There's no better feeling than a personal win, and the State Farm Personal Price Plan can help you do just that. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, to check you have the tickets in your wallet first before you drive 2 hours to the big game. Seriously, you had one job. Now the closest you'll get to the 50-yard line is parking lot D. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See detail.
Feel your max with Brooks Running and the all-new Ghost Max 2. They're the shoes you deserve, designed to streamline your stride and help protect your body. Treat yourself to feel-good landings on an ultra-high stack of super comfy nitrogen-infused cushion that takes the edge off every step, every day. The Brooks Ghost Max 2. Technically, they're a form of self-care. Brooks, let's run there. Head to brooksrunning.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, right here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. As always, you can find me on all social media platforms at Beard A Knowledge. I greatly appreciate a follow, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. That's where I'm at. And it is week 6 of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. And we're here to talk about Eagles versus Browns, keys to victory. I'm going to give you a prediction plus my NFL locks of the week. Some news and notes first before we get into the keys for the Eagles versus the Browns. The Eagles did add C.J. Uzomah. I don't know if I say that right, but added him to the practice squad, which leads me to believe that maybe Aeneas Smith and Sidney Brown both might be activated for this week's game from the injured reserve list because they have one open roster spot still from the Devin White cutting. So C.J. Uzomah, maybe Jack Stahl might be getting cut or maybe one of the other tight ends. So that just is my opinion on that. The injured report from Thursday's practice was clean again. Everybody was healthy pretty much. Nakobe Dean was limited still with the ankle injury, but the fact that they got rid of Devin White still leads me to believe that they are perfectly fine at linebacker there, that they're not too concerned about it. One other little rumor that was floating around social media was a report of Darius Slay in trade rumors. I do not believe that that is an accurate report. I think that was more of a content creator's opinion of what could happen, not a source of what might happen in the coming weeks as we get closer to the deadline. So that's just the business end of the thing. So let's talk Eagles. Let's talk Browns. What are the key things that we have to watch for? First and foremost, the Eagles offense versus the Browns defense. The Browns defense is 9th in the league in points per game given up. The Eagles offense, though, has struggled to put points on the board, only scoring 52 points over their last 3 games. What gives? Can the Eagles offense get back on track to 30-plus points a game that we thought this offense would score? With A.J. Brown back, with Devontae Smith back, with Lane Johnson back. That should open things up for Saquon Barkley. And it sounds like Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni are on the same page now. So these are all things that are leading me to believe that the Eagles offense will be able to take advantage of the Browns defense. The number one thing you need to do with the Browns defense is stop Myles Garrett. Even though Myles Garrett didn't have a great game last week, was shut down last week, Jordan Mailata is going to be going on one-on-one with Myles Garrett a lot. You got to get an A-plus game out of Jordan Mailata. The Eagles' defensive backs, the entire secondary as a whole, against Deshaun Watson, 147.8 passing yards a game for Deshaun Watson. 3rd worst in the NFL. He doesn't have a single 200-yard game for the Browns this year. I mean, I know we've been beat up in the secondary by opposing quarterbacks. The Eagles secondary cannot allow Deshaun Watson to look like prime Joe Montana out there on Sunday. And can we please make sure that Avonte Maddox is not starting on Sunday in the slot, that it is Cooper DeJean. I really, if the first play on defense, we come out there and we see Avonte Maddox out there, I'm going to literally not have my thing. We got to also see the turnover game change. The Eagles got to, obviously, Jalen Hurts has to stop turning the football over. This is a defense that you should be able to pick apart and not feel the pressure. You're going to have all your assets out there on offense. It's very, very important that we do not turn the football over. But on the flip side, it's about time that the Eagles defense going up against this inept Browns offense starts creating some turnovers. Not just stop turning the ball over, but create some turnovers. Very, very important that the Eagles start working on that and start to win that turnover battle on a weekly basis. It would really do well for Eagles Nation's sanity and Jalen Hurts' confidence if we can go this week without a Jalen Hurts turnover this week. It would be huge. Another big, with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, obviously that makes it even easier for Saquon Barkley. The Browns are 25th in the league in run defense, giving up 141.6 rushing yards per game. Saquon Barkley needs to be featured heavily in the offense this week. Some other notes and some other stats from this Browns offense, it's atrocious. They're 30th in the league in points per game, 32nd in yards per game. They've given up the 29th in first downs. They're 32nd in third down offense. Their offense is just they've had 8 different guys already on the offensive line play 80 snaps or more. So we need to blitz insanely majorly amounts this week. We got to. This is a week to get the secondary right. This is a week to get Bryce Huff and Josh Sweat right. This is the week for Eagles to get right all over the team. This positive energy coming out of the bye week from Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, etc. This is the week to capitalize on that and move forward. That's what we need. Hurts talking about his great moments he's had with Nick Sirianni over the bye week, self-scouting, evaluating, working on that relationship. This is the week to prove all that happens. This is the week to prove that everybody's on the same page. I got a prediction for the Eagles game versus the Browns. Last I looked, I'm recording this Thursday night, but the last I looked, the Eagles are 9-point favorites at home over the Cleveland Browns. I think you can even push that number up. I got the Eagles winning 30-10, maybe a little positivity. Even with all the negative Phillies energy in my body, I'm feeling uber positive about this Eagles game, and I think they cover that 9 points easily. I think this is a borderline 3-touchdown blowout this week for the Philadelphia Eagles. My locks of the week, NFL Week 6. I think there's actually a lot of interesting games. Obviously, I talked about the Thursday night football game, Niners versus Seattle. I'm recording this pretty early on Thursday night, so I don't know the results of that game. But I love the Washington Commanders versus the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens at home are 6.5-point favorites. Baltimore is going to bring Washington back to earth. I love that game. It's my lock of the week. I think the Ravens cover that 6.5 points easily. Other games I like. I'm so intrigued with the Sunday night football game of Bengals versus the Giants. Giants are at home and only 3.5-point dogs. The Bengals stink this year. Do they get right? Or do the Giants win another game? I'm just really curious about how that game's going to play out. Texans-Pats, Drake May is going to get the start for the Patriots. His first career start, that'll be interesting. Cardinals versus Packers in Green Bay. That's an interesting game. And I love to see the Jags versus the Bears out in London. 2.5-point favorites for the Bears. I like the Jags. They've done the traveling plenty of times. Caleb Williams is a rookie. He's never been over there. I love the Jags to get on a little 2-game winning streak there. I'm back on the Jaguars bandwagon. But that being said, like I said, I've got the Eagles winning 30-10. If anything, I never make the Eagles my so-called lock of the week. But I think this is the week that it happens. We're going to see the adjustments that are made. We're tackling actually bodies in practice. We're intensifying the ball security and ball stripping drills in practice this week. Everybody is getting healthy on the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think this is the week that things turn around for this Philadelphia squad. We got them. Then we got the Bengals, the Giants, the Jags over the next 4 weeks. There's a serious possibility that we go 4-0 the next couple of weeks. The only way that starts is by going 1-0 this week. And I think they get it done. Guys, I am Phil Stifle at Beard of Knowledge on all social media platforms. Please find me. Please follow me. But please also find the STT Sports Network, setting the trends for what Sports Network should be about. I've linked the description down below for Friday's show, trending in the AM, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. But Friday's show is linked down there. I greatly appreciate you tuning in. have your opinion heard on the Eagles versus the Browns. And also, it's the only show there is where your opinions actually matter. This is the Eagles Checkdown right here on the Eagles Pinpoll Podcast Network. I am Phil Stifel, guys. Have a great day. Go Birds, and bubbles up to you.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
I meant those blackout motorized shades.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. I installed these and then got some for my mom. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Hall of Fame son.
They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Blinds.com is the GOAT.
Go to Blinds.com for 40% off site-wide. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hey, it's Austin James. If you're like me, trying to live your best life while living with diabetes, you can relate to worrying if you're doing a good job managing your diabetes. I use the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor to get real-time glucose readings and see the impact of every meal and activity to make better decisions. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor can help me live life with diabetes on my own terms, and it gives me more time for the things I love, like being a dad and a musician. Now this is progress. Learn more at freestylelibre.us.
For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
So, you want to be a marketer. It's easy. You just have to score a ton of leads and figure out a way to turn them all into customers. Plus, manage a dozen channels, write a million blogs, and launch 100 campaigns all at once. When that's done, simply make your socials go viral and bring in record profits. No sweat. Okay, fine. It's a lot of sweat. But with HubSpot's AI-powered marketing tools, launching benchmark-breaking campaigns is easier than ever. Get started at HubSpot.com/marketers.
Get softer, smoother, and more even-toned skin after just one use with the new Gentle Exfoliating line from Cetaphil. Formulated with a unique triple acid blend that promotes surface skin cell renewal, these gentle chemical exfoliators remove dead skin cells and refine skin's texture while hydrating, resulting in softer, smoother, more even-looking skin. Shop the new Cetaphil Gentle Exfoliating line in the face and body aisles at your local Target store or online at Cetaphil.com.